Hey, yo, what up, everyone? It's your boy. You know that one friend that almost everybody has that where you just love them a lot. You love them so much from the bottom of your heart. You know so much about them, and there's a lot of parts that you respect about that one friend. But he's also that one friend who, although he may be extremely nice, he may give you the best experiences in life just by being around him. He's also that type of friend that makes really, really dumb mistakes. I'm talking ones where it's like, how did you make such a massive mistake? How did you not see it coming that this was perhaps a bad idea? And not only are they that friend that does that one bad idea, but they just keep continuing to make bad ideas, even though you and everyone around them keep telling him, hey, that's a bad idea, you shouldn't do these bad ideas. Well, to me, that friend is the anime industry, because they're about to make another big mistake. I mean, are we even surprised anymore at this point? Honestly, like just stuff like this now, I don't even get angry anymore. I've turned from an angry dad to just a disappointed dad at this point. Netflix lands My Hero Academia live action movie, adds on Obi-Wan Kenobi writer Joby Harold. Just look, I honestly don't even care about this part. Okay, look, Joby, if that is your real name, you might be a nice dude, and I'm sure you're a super talented man. I've never seen Obi-Wan Kenobi, but I heard it was pretty well received, I think. All I care about is this first part, if I'm being honest with you. That's all I fucking care about. How many times must the anime industry keep making the same fucking mistake? There might be people saying, Joey, you don't even care about My Hero Academia. Why should you care if there's a live action anime? And yes, it is true. I didn't even finish the second season of My Hero Academia because, to be frank with you, I'm not at the age of 14. If I was at the age of 14, I probably would have loved the shit out of My Hero Academia. But as a 24-year-old when I first watched it, or however old I was, you know, it was good. Season 1 was pretty decent, and I can see the appeal in it. But this is not how you're supposed to do this shit. I just keep fucking wanting to slam the desk at this point, just because it's getting frustrating, boys. It's getting fucking frustrating. The anime industry doesn't seem to realize turning it into a live action is not a good idea. So yeah, as you can see, Netflix has landed the highly anticipated live-action film adaptation of My Hero Academia from producer Legendary Entertainment. The news of the live-action My Hero Academia movie broke out in August of 2021, which I actually didn't know about, just goes to show how little I care about My Hero, with the announcement that renowned Japanese filmmaker Shinsuke Sato, Alice in Borderland, would direct and executive produce the project, which marks his English language debut. I actually recently did watch Alice in Borderland. I've read the manga before as well. It's a good series. The Netflix series, much to anyone's surprise, because it was quite well received when it came out, was an actually decent live action adaptation. But here's the problem, okay? Here's the problem that I have with all of these like news announcement outlets, right? When it comes to like announcing new live action series and stuff like that. Just because one staff member is known for creating this good or even great thing doesn't automatically make this new thing good or great either. Like, you have to think about it conceptually, right? Like, you know, sure, Alice in Borderland had a lot of elements in its storytelling and in its visual department where it was a little easier to show it off with live action actors, right? You know, it's a little more grounded to reality than a lot of shonen series are, especially fucking My Hero Academia. I don't see the point of being like, oh, well, yeah, well, are you worried? Don't worry. We got this guy who executive produced and directed this pretty decent other series as well. Yeah, so you know this one's gonna slap. No, you could say like, oh, Martin Scorsese or fucking Quentin Tarantino is directing the next one, and it's not gonna make me watch it. Or actually, if it's Quentin Tarantino, I might watch it just a smidgen. It might have worked the first time. It doesn't mean it's gonna work the second time, right? Like, yeah, sure, you know, you stuck the landing with Alice in Borderland. Okay, it wasn't the most amazing series ever. Pretty decent, but still wasn't amazing, right? But this is a completely different ballpark. This is a completely different sport you are playing right now. Alice in Borderland has little to no similarities to My Hero Academia, other than the fact that they're both based off a manga series. Sato will direct from a screenplay by Joby Harold, who wrote Obi-Wan Kenobi and Army of the Dead, neither of which I have seen, so I have no comments on that. Adapted from the globally acclaimed manga property. My Hero Academia, written and illustrated by Horikoshi is among the most popular manga titles in the world, with over 65 million copies in circulation, including digital editions. Dog, that don't mean shit when it comes to live action adaptations. That don't mean shit. Attack on Titan and fucking Full Metal Alchemist, still incredibly popular, incredibly successful, both in Japan and in the West, and they turned into some of the most dog shit live action series. Dragon Ball, like literally one of the most fucking famous and most well-known and most successful manga franchise ever, birthed one of the shittiest live actions. Popularity does not equal good. How do they not know this yet? Harold is a veteran of big budget genre entertainment, known for his work on Edge of Tomorrow, John Wick Chapter 3, and most recently serving as the head writer and executive producer of the Obi-Wan Kenobi limited series for Disney+. Harold also co-wrote the screenplay for Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead, as well as 2023's Transformers Rise of the Beast, and is credited with writing the story for The Flash. My Hero Academia marks Harold's most recent team-up with Legendary after he and Tunnel partnered with the company to produce a live-action Godzilla series for Apple. I mean, there's probably a reason why we've never heard of any of these fucking series, right? Like, I didn't even know of the live action Godzilla series for Apple. Put your hand up if you ever fucking watched that. Out of all of the things that he has worked on, right? Edge of Tomorrow is one that I watched. It's the one with Tom Cruise, because it is originally based off a manga series, which was originally based off of a novel, a one-shot novel, Japanese novel, where I actually read the novel long before like the manga ever got published and the film even came out, right? It's a pretty fucking good book. It's based off a book called All You Need Is Kill. Obviously, good reason why they changed it to Edge of Tomorrow. Sounds a lot cooler than All You Need Is Kill. Also more grammatically correct as well. But besides its grammatical errors, All You Need Is Kill, Edge of Tomorrow was a great book, great manga, and a pretty good movie in my opinion. I think a lot of people can agree that, considering that it is based off of like a manga adaptation or a Japanese novel adaptation turned into a full-fledged, full production Hollywood film, it was actually a decent adaptation. I would say like B+, definitely in the higher echelon than a lot of other of its contemporaries. But again, like this doesn't mean anything. Again, like you could get some of the best in the best of the best in the fucking industry, and there are just some things that should not be adapted. Point blank period. There should be things that should just stay at what they currently are, keep it as a manga, keep it as an anime. Hell, I don't know, again, I don't understand what the mentality is of turning My Hero Academia into a live action, because My Hero Academia fans aren't fucking asking for it. The people who don't know anything about My Hero Academia aren't asking for it. Japanese audiences aren't asking for it. The Western audience isn't asking for it. Where is the fucking market for this? Like, legitimately, that's the biggest question I have with all of these live action anime series. Who the fuck is the market? I can't point a single finger at any group of people that is like fucking shitting and coming in their seats being like, oh my god, yes, a My Hero Academia live action, just what they needed. I don't see what the problem is with just keeping it and sticking it to animation, especially recently, the fact that Disney Plus and Netflix, all these like big, more traditional, I guess, streaming companies are just hosting more and more anime series for a wider and wider and wider audience. And again, I just feel like in general, society-wise, over in the West especially, just the general acceptance to watching and liking anime as a child and even as an adult has just gotten a lot looser, and especially in the past 5 or 10 years, like since I've been on the internet talking about anime. Like it's pretty normal now to go up to someone and be like, yeah, I like anime, and they'll be like, oh cool, it's like people saying, oh, I play games. It's just become common standard at this point. So again, the whole argument of like, oh, adults don't watch cartoons anymore and they'll only watch the shit that has real life actors in it, that's bullshit, because that's just not true anymore. More and more adults, I feel, today are watching more and more cartoons because there are more cartoons readily available for an adult market. I mean, just look at the fucking success of series like BoJack Horseman. Like, that just proves to you that, yes, adults can watch cartoons, and there are cartoons and animations specifically made for adults. And two, My Hero Academia as a franchise was already doing so goddamn well in the box office. Like, the fact that, there's been one, if not two, if I remember correctly, full-fledged My Hero Academia movies that did numbers. It did fucking numbers in the cinemas, especially in Japan, right? And again, the fact that, like, A, the manga is still going, and B, we're at, like, season 6 of the anime? It, as a franchise, is already doing pretty goddamn well just in the animation department. Just goes to show you that another reason why we don't need a fucking live action version of this. We really don't. If it's a series that's ongoing and people are enjoying it, and if anything, it is like a gateway into the anime world for a lot of people, especially for young kids of like the newer generation who are just starting to like, you know, watch TV and watch cartoons and stuff like that. My Hero Academia is the type of series that I would play for my kids, you know, like if I had one, or just be like, yeah, it's simple, easy, straight to the point, entertaining, turn your brain off, shonen goodness, right? Like it's there's nothing there that is stopping a demographic from watching or reading or just enjoying My Hero Academia. So again, what the fuck is the point of turning into a live action adaptation? You're just literally pissing money up against the wall, and in the case with the people working on this shit, you're putting your fucking careers in danger, because let me tell you, fucking cred points go down when you're involved in the creation process of a shitty live action anime adaptation, which, look, again, I can't judge in its entirety because I haven't seen a single piece of visuals or anything like that, but just looking at the past couple of years of live action anime adaptations, the track record is pretty fucking shaky. So yeah, I got nothing else to say on that. Like, genuinely, let me know in the comments if you're actually excited about this. Because, just no trolling, all right? No trolling. I want to conduct an actual, proper scientific survey just within my audience, or if you haven't subscribed and you're just finding this video, I just want to know, okay? Like, legitimately tell me, put your hand up and tell me in the comments if you are actually excited about this, even just a smidgen. And I'm not talking about like a morbid curiosity type of thing. I'm talking about like I hope this is good, and because I am going to watch it levels of like excited or curious, right? Because I have morbid curiosity about this, because I think and I know with pretty good certainty this is probably going to be shit. But I genuinely want to know if there are people who are actually excited about this. Like, if you're an actual part of the demographic who is asking for something like this. Because I just genuinely think that demographic, regardless of what the wider Western film industry says, I just think it doesn't exist. And I think they're just trying to find an excuse to try and fucking push out and shill out some kind of like horrible live action because they can. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on that. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to smack my face right there to subscribe to the channel. Let's keep making big channel number go bigger. Over here next to my head is a couple more videos you can check out if you enjoyed this one. And links to all of my social media, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and my YouTube, Shorts, and TikTok, which are blowing up at the moment. Thank you for the support on that, are all down in the description below. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!